Witness testimony, Emma's picture.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant.
To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that, though, was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Chief Neil Marshall. I was about to say Neil Gaiman there for a second.
Don't put that on him.
What?
Nothing. Like, don't put that on him.
What do you mean by that?
You're gonna call him Neil Damon?
No, Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, don't put that on him either.
Do you even know who he is?
No.
He's a famous author / comic book writer. He wrote, okay, he wrote the book, he wrote the story Coraline. That's what the movie was based on. He wrote, American Gods.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Well, it's the book series that became a TV series.
Okay.
And technically, Lucifer, Sandman, the comic book series.
Oh, yeah. Well, as in the Sandman from Spider-Man?
Not that one. DC, or Vertigo Comics.
Oh, okay, that's Sandman. Okay.
And
what were you saying about Lucifer?
Okay, so technically, Lucifer was from the Sandman comics. That's Lucifer Morningstar.
Oh, okay.
So technically, that is, depending on if you want to say it's based on him, that from the show Lucifer, but it's up in the air.
Yeah.
I think it is because Neil Gaiman got some complaints from the standard Angry Mothers church groups. Anyway, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Oh, he also wrote with Terry Pratchett, Good Omens.
Oh, yeah.
And he also helped direct the TV show.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
This is... Oh, yeah, I've already said that.
It's just us going through it now. Did you draw this picture right after the incident?
I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation team was reorganised. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gann and Lana Skye.
2 or 3 days later. The memory should still have been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black?
Oh. Was that something...
What?
Did I already say that? The flash of lightning was so bright...
She's restating the testimony.
Well, no, but he just asked her, so wouldn't that be a new thing?
No.
Because the judge just asked her why it was all...
Remember, when you press someone about something,
okay.
It reconnects into the next part of the testimony. So at the time, you didn't even know if it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue.
No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright and I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor.
Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. Turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. Physically, mind you. Mentally.
What happened after the lightning flashed?
So you see how it leads into the... Yeah. You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No. I'm sorry. Flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further?
What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here.
Anyway, this picture shows you... Oh, yeah.
Sorry for asking you so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw?
Of course, this is the exact scene.
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives.
Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright?
Well, with a bit of
Not you, more like Damon Gant, but anyway.
Well, that plus the alter memory spell. No, of course not. I better watch out or he'll find some way to cut my salary.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. So I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well... That's strange. She claims this is exact scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here.
What?
I drew this picture 2 years ago, so that's not it. Flash of lightning was... flash of lightning, so that's... After that I fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in the incident. I wish they got rid of half of this shit because it's probably not going to come up later. Like, we've never used the parking stub at all here.
So they're like, let's get rid of the knife. Just hold it up. Hey, Edgy, you want your knife back?
Why the hell do we have this?
That was the reason Gant made...
Edgeworth hold it.
Take it back, which is how the body got.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. Actually, let's take a quick look at this because there was a bit of... AI 16 is written on the tag. That means it has nothing to do with the current case. Okay, fine, whatever. Lost item report, evidence room, rubber glove. Okay. What I saw...
Contradiction the weapon it's holding? Because it ain't no knife.
Well, no. He was stabbed in the back, died from a punctured heart wound, a punctured lung and heart. So, if this was supposed to be the killing blow, it would have struck him in the chest, not in the back.
That his hand on his chest or something?
I'm not entirely sure.
What is that freaking hand doing?
Probably trying to get rid of the arm that's holding him.
No, good point.
Would it be this? Okay, hang on. Yeah. Between 7 and 7:30. Caused of death, a single stab wound piercing the heart and lung. Assessment. Died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Weapon found in the wound was missing tip. Well, it has to be that because that's the only thing that's off. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction.
What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you just simply point out this contradiction for us. What part of the picture contradicts this autopsy report?
Do we click on his heart? Why do we click on the knife stab? What part do we click on this to show the contradiction? No, I don't know.
It will probably be the weapon because...
Why is it?
Because as it said in the autopsy report, the tip broke off.
Oh.
So this is clearly...
I just realised why that hand looks so weird. Because where his hand is sitting there like that is actually on the back of his neck, so he's about to do that and stab him in the back. But he got...
Wait, no, that wouldn't make sense.
That's what it looks like. It dead set looks like the dude's on his knees and he's got his hand like that on him. Like he's doing that while he's on his knees. It doesn't look like... Does it?
No, because his knee is this way. That's his other knee. So he's facing the front. So I'm guessing he's trying to get rid of the arm holding him down here. So this is not from the back, because otherwise this arm wouldn't be able to do that.
I suppose.
I'm guessing it's the weapon because it's not shown pointed.
Ah.
The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright.
But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too.
If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
Was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer?
I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma.
And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem?
It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not have yet be broken. Ah! What's the meaning of this?
Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand.
But then it wouldn't end up in the body. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. That's right. But what does that mean?
The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken.
That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at that time, but she was sure she remembered correctly.
But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There's another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence.
You're treading on thin ice, right?
All I'm saying.
Boy, I'm gonna come over there and pimp slap you upside the head.
Oh, you have to walk over. Oh, what is it? You're gonna have to walk over here. Oh, wait, no, that's not the... It's a JoJo Bizarre Adventure Part 3 reference. Oh, you're walking straight up to me? Well, I'm gonna have to... I gotta get closer to you before I can hit you. It's not the exact it's not the exact line, but it's basically... I gotta come over there to beat the shit out of you is the only way to do it. You can't deny the possibility.
No. Ah.
Order, order, order. Also, that's very delayed there, Mr. Edgeworth. Also, sorry. Are you really, are you saying the investigation was really corrupted? Your Honor? Please allow me once again to go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office was holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Doc. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there's a lie.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. Wonder where we've seen another broken knife before.
Yeah, the trophy.
Yeah.
Hence why Gant confiscated it. What are the chances of there being 2 broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's? Could there have possibly been one? There is another. Oh wait, hang on.
Yeah, would we go there is another than show the picture of the...
I'm trying to do a bit here. No, there is another.
What is that from?
Star Wars. It's Yoda. From Empire Strikes Back. Jesus.
Sorry.
Hand in your nerd card. I might as well tell you this story too, just before we go any further. So this was back at the other house.
Yeah.
Right, and I was in the kitchen making something to eat, and Dad was watching something on TV, and I'm like, hang on, that voice sounds familiar, and I'm like, and I went out into his lounge room and saw it, and I went, is it? No, it can't be. And I said, is that? And I'm like, and it was a woman doing like a one-woman show.
Yeah. Sort
of stand-up bit. And I'm like, fuck, is that fucking Sharon Osbourne? And he just looked at me and says, for a nerd such as you, fuck, how could you not know who that is? And I'm like, oh, it's Carrie Fisher. And I went, God damn it, you need to hand in your nerd card.
Jesus.
And I'm like, yeah, because like Sharon Osbourne is like British, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like,
how do you mistake those two?
Well, I'm sorry, but you also got to realize Carrie Fisher was also pretty old as well. So, and also, like, you don't, like, have you seen, like, also, she had a weird hairstyle as well.
Okay.
So, but anyway, back to this. If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by simple observation error.
Mr. Wright.
Yo. In this instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume, then, that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Okay, so it's not that trophy, because it's not there.
The picture.
It's the picture. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. Edgeworth.
This is a picture of the award ceremony. Ah!
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's the broken murder weapon.
That's the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding.
That's a broken knife.
To be fair, it's a broken spear, but was it a spear or a halberd?
Halberd.
As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Order. Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As a reward, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife.
His knife. This knife. Oh.
That's what I just said. So, wait. Did he know that the two could be separated?
I don't know.
Or did he just, like, forced it out? Like,
I guess he forced it out?
Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. Even though he was adamantly told as part of his questioning gig he should carry one.
Nah.
This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation.
But that can't be.
Oh? Sorry. And why not, Mr. Edgeworth?
Because if the King of Prosecutor Award's knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed.
What do you mean?
I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
It's plausible, but also Dark could have disarmed him and took the knife and...
I guess.
Oh. But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here?
It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions.
Again.
Wait, I remember now. I remember everything.
Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back?
I knew it. That picture. I'm the one who drew it.
Huh.
What?
You drew that?
Oh, that's you.
That's me.
That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture.
So she's to blame for the Blue Badger.
At this time, I'd been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me.
Perhaps it would be best if we add this to the witness testimony. Would you please tell us what you recall, Miss Sky?
Yes, Your Honor.
First the knife mix-up, and now the Blue Badger. This should be interesting.